Hey everybody, it's Murgle, and as you know, I'm going towards finishing my collection. I would like to have every single tailoring recipe, and then I'll go on further to do the other ones. However, this video is to inform you that never trust what GMs say, okay? It just gets me so much when I read all the time you guys are opening tickets and stuff to ask GMs questions, and I promise you, GMs do not have as much access to information as we make them out to believe. They really don't. The only ones who can answer the drop rates and questions along those lines are devs, okay? Unless you can get a dev to give you a definitive answer about something, don't bother opening a ticket. Because I can challenge you, okay? Ask a GM about a question that's we aren't certain about, okay? Like the Miner's Hat of the Deep, for instance. I don't believe it drops anymore. And if it does, it's only in the chest. And to further iterate, I believe it would only be obtainable on European servers from the chest. Because there seems to be a vague difference in the way drop rates appear, and this can be saw when you read WoWhead posts about it. A lot of European players have things that it seems like no US player has ever obtained. I did find one instance, and I didn't find it actually. One of my followers was very interested in okay, there's two patterns in the game that are extremely rare. I'm going to farm for them after I get my Black Venom Blade. That will be the next mega rare we're hunting. But there's High Society Top Hat and Rhinestone Sunglasses. Okay, there's like 10 people on the European servers that have these patterns, and for the longest time I didn't believe any US players did. There was, however, a WoWhead comment back in 2012 where a guy said he obtained the Rhinestone Sunglasses. Now, he said he obtained them way out over here in Tolbarad, alright? He said, I got them off of the Restless Front, and he got them off one of those guys. He said it's a world drop pattern. He said he got a pair of Rhinestone Sunglasses. However, the armory link he gave did not work and was just a dead armory link. So I was under the assumption it was probably a troll and it didn't work. But this dedicated follower of mine backtracked the history of the page and everything, and he found the guy, okay? He did find him. And he actually ended up changing his name and server transferring and a whole bunch of stuff, but he's now a blood elf on Moonguard. And he did. When you look up a person's armory, you can see all the patterns they know and all the patterns they don't know. And one of the learned patterns he had was Rhinestone Sunglasses. And this is the first ever confirmed person I've seen on a US server that actually had one of these two patterns. However, we don't know where it drops. I don't assume he would lie. What's the point? Why would you go out of your way to lie? Just to pretend like, oh yeah, it drops here, and just to troll people, okay? He actually had the pattern, so that's going farther into proving his theory that he got it off that. Of course, he doesn't have any proof that he got it there. But anyways, this is about why GMs aren't helpful, okay? Again, we'll get back on track, okay? If you were to ask a GM if that pattern dropped, go ahead, open 5 different tickets over the course of a week. And after each one gets answered, go ahead and say that it's answered and open a different ticket. So that way you get another GM. I guarantee you will never get the exact same answer, okay? You will never get the same answer. You may get a same general answer like, oh yeah, it drops. But then you'll get the next GM that'll say, no, that item's no longer a game, okay? I'm just trying to tell you guys, there's no point in you asking GMs, okay? They don't have the answers. They're not going to give you the answer. The only definitive proof we can have is if somebody shows us, hey, I have this item, okay? I got it here. Here's a picture. Unfortunately, I can't believe the guy that he got it there. I'd like to assume he really did get it there, and that's where it dropped, but I don't know that. He could have got it anywhere. And the GM will tell you, no, it doesn't drop at all, but this guy has it, so it had to drop at one point, right? That's the only point of this video. Just don't trust GMs, okay? They're useless for when it comes to information about the game. Because the only reason I felt like making this video is simply because I had somebody talking to me a day, and he's like, I opened a ticket, and I was like, there's no point in doing that, man. Okay, the GM's not going to give you the answers we want. There's no GM out there that has the information that we're hoping for. The developers of the game do. But unless they just go outright and say, here's some info, I highly doubt you're going to get the answer. So that's all I wanted to say. If you got a question, you're best off doing research online and trying to find definitive proof of certain things. Like the guy who has the pattern and says he got it off this. Again, we don't know that he actually got it there. Does that mean it's not possible? Okay, he possibly did actually get it there. No reason to disbelieve him. He has it. He says he got it here. Okay. Now, let's go and see another guy that says, oh, I got the Miner's Hat of the Deep out of the final chest. If he has a screenshot showing it, why not believe him? Okay, especially if he posted on the auction house the same day or something along those lines. It's that kind of proof we need. Don't bother asking GMs. Don't put in tickets. Just look up stuff and try and research it until you find answers you need. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There really is. But I hope this helps. And for all you mega rare hunters, I hope you find what you're looking for. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.